But until then, this is kind of a sneak peek of some of the things that we'll be discussing, and we'll be discussing how email works. So let's start with an email message. Okay, so email really has three separate things going into it. First, you have a header. Then you have a body. And then you have attachments. Okay. And email really behaves like a postcard. So postcards have a stamp. They have an address. And then on the back of the postcard, usually you have a little area to write. That's your body. And then you send a message to somebody through the mail. Well, here's the problem. Every person who handles that postcard, unless it's been placed into an envelope, usually they're not, can read the body. So maybe most people are okay with the recipients being known, although there's some problems with that. Most people are not okay with their communications being read or their attachments being viewed. So the purpose of this lecture is to go ahead and discuss how to secure these guys in a way that makes sense. And the thing we're going to do to secure them is use something called PGP. It was invented in 1991 by Philip Zimmermann, and PGP stands for Pretty Good Privacy. A very pragmatic title. Privacy. Okay. And basically, how PGP is going to work it can be best explained by discussing traditional encryption with email. So let's say we have Alice and Bob, our two favorite people in cryptography. So here's Bob. And let's say Bob's a working professional, so let's give him a tie. There we go. That's my version of a tie, very fat one. And here's Alice. And we'll give Alice a dress. Okay, some buttons on that dress. Maybe some glasses. Okay. And because I'm having my Bob Ross moment, we'll put a happy tree right here. Okay. Happy tree. All right, so here's Alice. All right, so if you wanted to use traditional cryptographic techniques to encrypt your message, what you would do is you'd take your email, you'd encrypt it using some sort of block cipher like AES, for example, send it to Alice, and this would be very secure. There's no way to break that unless they had that secret key that you used to encrypt it, K. Problem is Alice does not have that secret key, K. So what Alice and Bob would have to do is meet in a park or something like that, or maybe meet over by this happy tree and share that